Hello everybody, hope you are all doing very well and welcome back to another cryptocurrency technical analysis, where in today's video I am going to be covering the highly requested Elliott wave count for you all here and how it came about making it. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. I hope you enjoy this one. So yeah, firstly, just a bit of background on the chart, that I do believe that this is coming down in a Z after a WXYXZ correction, okay? And this is then going to be an ABC within the Z, okay? So that's just a bit of background. I will be sharing with you all the overall big account in possibly a video next week. It's going to be too long to cover it all in one video, so this is the micro scale view in this video, and then in the next one that covers the Elliott wave count, I'll zoom out to the weekly or daily chart and show you my overall Elliott wave count that I've got going on here. Okay, so this is on a smaller time frame after just finishing an X wave and coming down here what I believe an ABC flat, although we do have the possibility of it being an ABC zigzag. Okay, but yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. So let's go. So it's actually, I'll give you a bit of a background of why I've done this chart. So normally I don't spend my time going back through charts to like do detail counts like this, but as you all know, I do paid coaching, and one of the guys on the session this week wanted me to go back through the Bitcoin chart and go through in detail on a micro time frame, labeling the whole structure correctly. Okay, so I would not normally do this in my own time, but you know, I was being paid to do it, so you know, he wanted me to do, and you know, he learned a lot by going through this, and I asked him, do you mind me sharing this on YouTube with everybody else, and he was very kind and said no, so yeah, he doesn't mind. So yeah, thanks to him for, you know, allowing me to have the time to go back through this, and now I'm going to share it with all of you. So yeah, let's go through this. So obviously, I believe we had just finished the X wave on the 24th of December, and then we have obviously come down here for an ABC, then come up in the B for another ABC, and then we're obviously going to come down for the C wave in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, being an ABC flat. Okay. And just before I start, I have changed the color scheme here of the candles, obviously, to green and red, which previously or normally I'm looking at them like the yellow and blue. So you'll have to let me know in the comments down below. I have put the poll over on Twitter as well. What do you prefer, the neutral colors of green, or of blue and white, or do you prefer the standard red and green? Okay. You'll have to leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think here. But yeah, love Bitcoin, love cryptocurrency. So let's go. This is what I put on Twitter yesterday. This is going to be my new desktop background, but it was kind of a joke. But anyway, we're looking here at, obviously, we want to come down in an ABC first, and this is obviously a count that is going to be the ABC flat, as I mentioned before. But what we're seeing here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you see here 1, 2, and this is on the 4-hour chart. Obviously, if you zoom in to, you know, the 1-hour chart, you can get the count in a lot more closer detail. But just with this is on the 4-hour chart, but bear in mind that the subdivision here doesn't look nice, but you do get it on the 1 hour down to 15-minute. You know, the subdivision is definitely there on all this count. We confirmed it 100%, or I confirmed that he was just watching me do it. But this is, you know, obviously we saw it in that there is the, I'm not going to go through the subdivision, but it's there. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the wave A. Okay, and this is then wave A of the C completed, because we're coming down in a 5, 3, 5 zigzag here. Okay, so 5 then in the A, then we're coming up in an A, B, C in the B. Okay, and this is just a standard A. Then within the B wave, we have an A, B, C, D, E, to then finish with an A, B, C in the B. Okay, so then we've got a 5, 3, and an extended C. Okay, because if you look in terms of extension here, then obviously it's going to go way past the 1-to-1. Okay, we're coming down, you know, coming past the 1-to-1 on its way to probably a 127. Okay, so around the middle here, you know, so it does hit over a 1-to-1 extension, so it's a little bit extended in the C wave, but still a totally valid C wave, where we're getting 5 waves again down in the C. Okay, and this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down in wave subwave 1. Okay, one of the 5 of the C. Then we're coming up with an A in an ABC, then coming down in the B of an A, B, C, D, E, before we break again up in a 1, 2, 3, or an ABC, sorry, to be official, coming up with the ABC to finish off the C wave here in the wave 2. Okay, then we come down for wave 3 in a standard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, up in wave 4, very standard again, ABC. Okay, then we finish here with a 1, 2, 3, ABC in the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a truncated fifth. I have allowed for a truncated fifth here to end in the 5th wave. Although truncation is abnormal, yeah, it was the best count that I could do here. Or I did have an alternate account where the wave 5 ends here. So I mean, the difference is very, very minuscule. So I did have another count where the wave 5 ends here on this candle. And then this is the ABC, okay, but I worked out on the subdivision that it looked nicer of ending here, and on the subdivision on the 15-minute, you do have a nicer ABC up in this A wave, okay. So that's why I've put the end of the 5th here, but it is acceptable to have it here as well. So there's not going to be, I mean, it's all now in the past. It's not going to have too much influence on the count because your 5th is going to be here or your 5th is going to be here. So either way, you've still got another ABC coming up in the A for me. Okay, but that's what we got here, and then we've obviously finished the A. That's then the A, the B, and the C finished within subwave A. Okay, and that was coming down in an ABC, so a 3. And then what we want to see over the flat is coming up to the start of where we started up here for the A, the B, and then the C back down. So it's very much like this. You get an A, then you get a B, okay, and then you get a C. Okay, we're not, that's what you want to see, and it's a 3-3-5 formation. Okay, so then we've obviously seen here an A, a B, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the C, and then obviously in the wave 4 again we got an A, B, C, D, E, before breaking up in an ABC again in the C wave of the B. Okay, and now what we are seeing now in wave C. Okay. So this is a difficult one to chart. When you get wicks like these, it makes it hard. The counts are harder, so to speak, because wicks like this are, they're not nice to be charting, and this is why. In the stock market, you don't get wicks like this, and Elliott wave counts are so much easier. But on cryptocurrency at the moment, we're used to wicks, so it's just part of the game. But yeah, on stock markets, you don't get things like this, and Elliott wave counts are supreme. But obviously here we are seeing, again, the subdivision does not look on the 4 hour. Okay, so you are having to zoom into the 15-minute or hour here, but it's there, I assure you. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so then we've got what 5 down in the 1. Okay, and now what I believe an A, B, C, that we should be coming up here for a C in my opinion. For the ABC of the wave 2. Okay, the region that you'd be looking for this, obviously just from these wicks, this is a whole region where C doesn't have to come up this high. Okay, C does not have to come up this high. We could, for example, just come up to here. I mean, we could even end in a truncated C here, although it seems more unlikely, but it's possible. So this region is resistance for the 2. Okay. And if we start to break up from 4,000, then I actually have another count where we are still in wave C, and actually it's an overall A, B, and we're moving up higher for the wave C. So I do have an alternate count. This is actually not even my main count. This is an alternate count. My main count is seen as in an A, B, C, D, E triangle at the moment. So this is not even my main count, by the way. And I will probably, I generally don't share my primary counts on YouTube because it's obviously, I don't know, I just generally don't share my Elliott wave counts too often on YouTube because that's what I trade from daily, and I don't really want to, I don't know, I just never normally share my main primary counts, although I could do a video on it. I'll see how it goes. But this is an alternate count for me. But anyway, it's still a nice valid count, and especially to learn from educationally on Elliott waves, it's nice for me to go over for you all. But here we're seeing, I believe a 1, 2, then we'll come down for the 3, where we can start to, get some sort of targets here for the 3. We're going to want to see really at least a 1-to-1, so just over here. So we could see a 1, 2, 3, lining up with this sort of horizontal support region that we got here. 1, 2, 3, coming up for the 4, banging into this resistance region, then coming down for the final 5th, okay? That we're going to be looking for. The 5th, we would really want to see if it's, a nice flat double bottom here, okay? So this region of like a 5th, but if we end up with a zigzag, then obviously this C wave is going to go lower, and this would have actually then have to be redone as a 5, 3, 5, and you can get the subdivision of a 5 in here as well. It's going to look more or less like a 1, 2, okay, 3, 4, 5, where this is why you then have to end with the truncation of the 5th here, because of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 instead of an A, B, C. Okay, so you can get this to fit into a zigzag as well. Okay, so the regions to be watching now really are 4,000. If we break from 4,000, although this could just be, you could still get Let's move this to the start. You could still get a high retracement on the C wave, B wave possibly, that we go through the 618, the golden pocket region. As long as we don't break 1,200 basically, then this 2 wave could potentially even come up this high. But as soon as we break out above, what's the high here? 4,190, then that invalidates this count totally. Okay. So then you would be looking, or how I would go straight away, is looking for this C wave, that this was an A, B, and now we're actually forming a C wave up still. Okay, so that's how I'd be looking at it. If we break 4,190, that there's still space to go upwards. But my primary count of the triangle, and this count obviously is dictating or predicting that it would go downwards. Okay, but if we are to go up, then you have to be ready with alternate counts. And obviously you see I have like a few different counts, 2 main alts, but this again, this isn't my main charting accounts, so I have my own personal trading view. This is just a public one that I use. But yeah, this video was very much focused. Hopefully you've seen how you go through the counts. So you have to be consistent, seeing the counts regularly. So for instance, seeing the 5, then seeing a B, then in the B wave here we're seeing like an A, B, C in the form of a 3. Well, actually here you'd have to count a subdivision of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But there is subdivision on these lower counts. You do have to zoom into lower time frames though. An example here as well, where it doesn't even look like you can see, for example, like 5 waves or anything in here. But if you zoom into lower time frames, oh god. This is why I wasn't going to do it, because you zoom in and it's so, you have to, trading view is very it's not very intuitive to like zoom back in counts. You find yourself really hard trying to find yourself. But you can see, for example, here that you get a 1, 2, then up for a 3, 4, and then up, just subdivision on this is crazy, but that you're gonna have to count this as a 5th, which is just like a 1, 2. You just see it like this as a 1, 2, 3, as long as this beats the 1-to-1, which we can just really quickly check. I didn't want to go in and zoom in on the 1 minute, but I'm just going to just verify this. Okay, so yeah, this could be a wave 3, for example, because you're over the 1-to-1, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and just look at that. A massive pump out of nowhere on the 3-minute chart, but you can get subdivision. So you just have to be careful with what you're doing, and know that you zoom in and verify most things. But yeah, I hope this video has been helpful for you all. And if you've liked this sort of video, then let me know. Give me a like, give me a comment, and yeah, let me know with the candles what colors you prefer, whether it be these or whether it be these. Let me know about that, because I'll just do on this account whatever people prefer. But yeah, if you've enjoyed these sort of videos where I go back through charts and discuss, obviously I've said what I predict going on as well, but going through educationally how to do Elliott waves, obviously I can, if people have enjoyed this sort of video, then let me know and I can continue doing them, going back through other charts, for example, going through counts on other charts. But if you are not, if this video has not been interesting to you, or you think, I'm always up for constructive criticism as well, so if you think of ways that I could improve, then just let me know, or if there's something you want to see, let me know. I'm for the people. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Again, shout out or shill myself, as it's the start of the month, on the Patreon channel. The Patreon channel is obviously you pay at the start of the month to the end, so if you join at the start of the month, obviously it's beneficial. Although not requirement. You can join whenever you want, but obviously I've got the average student live stream tomorrow. This is a live stream that I do just for the average students once a week, where tomorrow we're actually going to be going through Fibonacci again and my chart of the week. Okay, so obviously we have as well our own, this is for average students, we have our own private chats, and we also have the chart of the week, so I'm going to be going through my ZRX setup, which has been absolutely lovely, to be honest. And we obviously have that going on, and the live streams. Okay, and then if you want the keen student, which is just for access to my DMs, okay, so I don't reply, I don't have time to reply to keep replying to everybody who isn't just a normal member. So the DMs are if you would like me to look at setups on keen students, or if you enjoy my content and don't want any services and just want to say thank you, then obviously the tip jar is totally grateful, totally very appreciative of every person that signs up for that. And then you also have the benefit of being able to post GIFs over in the chat, so you can post some GIFs if you're any of the members of paying members. So yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, just shitting myself a little bit there, but time of the month. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video, everybody. Thank you, everybody, honestly, so much for watching. And yeah, please leave me a comment of what you've thought of this video, I guess. And have a brilliant weekend. Have a brilliant weekend. Bitcoin is very much likely going to just be, who knows. We obviously, on my main account here, or main count, looking here at obviously on this lower term time frame, we still remain within this parallel channel that I've identified. And as I've said before, this is just scalper's paradise, that we're just scalping up and down, up and down, up and down. So there's no need to be looking for swing positions in this range. Okay, so wait for a break of the range, and in the meantime, just scalp with me this range. It's so easy, to be honest, and enjoyable. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed the video. Keep your eyes short term on this range. Wait for a close above or below if you're a swing trader. There's no need to be entering swing trades in a scalper's range. Otherwise, you're just going to get wicked out very likely, and we'll take your money. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I was going to just mention something at the end there. What was I going to say? Oh yes, not financial advice. This video has not been financial advice in any way. I've been speaking to a lawyer recently because he's been helping me set up the new website, so I needed to get all the terms and conditions and things like this sorted, etc. This is a sneak peek of the website for everybody. So that is coming soon, but he's been saying that I have to reinforce that none of this is financial advice. No video, no tweet, no post on Twitter, no post on the Discord, anything is financial advice. So just to protect myself, really, because there's some people out there that like to try and get free money through people like this. But yeah, the website's coming soon, and I'm excited for this. It's going to be very nice website, and that's just a sneak peek from this morning of what it's looking like at the moment. And this is a video that goes through here, so we have a landing video and then like a pet. Yeah, it's really nice. We have forms, so you can come over to the forms and speak. We got different things going on. Yeah, I'm really liking it, and it should be ready soon. So yeah. One more thing before I have so much stuff going on. Honestly, I keep on going on in these videos, but in my time I'm actually so busy because I've got millions of stuff going on at the same time. But yeah, I had so much interest in the Signal group, overwhelming amount of interest. A lot of people really want to join a Signal group. Obviously when I started out, I did never imagine doing a Signal group, okay? But so many people really want to join my Signal group because obviously they know they're going to be making money through my signals. Although nothing's a guarantee, you have to remember nothing's a guarantee. But I am on obviously a great trader and great winning streak. And obviously that is making people want to join the Signal group, and I've had so many messages about it, so I will be doing it. It's just getting it all set up. I don't want to rush into anything, but it's definitely has the interest there. But for the time being, that will come in the future. For the meantime, we're just scalping the range. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will go over my whole Elliott wave count in another video on a bigger term time frame and cover why are we looking at this on a smaller term time frame, zoom out onto the bigger time frame, and I'll go through that in a great detail for you all. Okay, so hope you've enjoyed, and thank you again. Cheers.